the candidate for constituency 10, Minister Miners, you are up.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Madam Party Leader, fellow candidates, family, friends, and more importantly, the residents of the constituencies that we represent. I don't know if this was by design, Owen, but I feel like I'm at a polling station. I can't stand outside this line, but I'll stay in here. Over the past several days, as I was thinking about what I would talk about, I said, okay, maybe I would talk about parochial issues. And I was like, but nah, you can't talk about this. The residents of Smith North already know what has been done over the past years. They know about the crosswalk that was installed at the bottom of Loyal Hill as a result of having listened to the constituents expressing a concern about their ability to safely get across the street from Loyal Hill to the bus stop. So they know about that. And then I said, well, they don't want to hear about the speed bumps put in Flats to minimize the speed for which traffic went through Flats Village, or the policy that was adopted having listened to the residents of Store Hill with regard to the heavy vehicular traffic going up and down and created a nuisance to their existence and living there. You don't want to hear about that because you already know that it's happening. And you didn't want to hear about having listened to the residents of Paradise Lane who had trouble negotiating to get to their homes because of persons parking their cars on the sidewalk. The fact that Public Works put the short pylons there on the sidewalk so cars could no longer park there, or the work that was done on Vesey Street where we had Public Works again cutting back the vegetation and also installing a proper drainage system at the end of Vesey Street for when there was heavy rainfall, you no longer had that big puddle. Or I'm sure you didn't want to hear about something that is not the first time. Devon Springs is not the first time that a wall's been fixed by Public Works. Foothills Pass, a wall that had Miss Trott, right? You know all about the wall that had been damaged for a time, or what happened. Public Works came in and fixed the wall, removed the barrier so that the residents of Loyal Hill can continue to pass through that. I don't have to tell you about those things because you already knew it. So I said, well, maybe I'll talk about those things that are more national. But you got this book. And I would encourage everyone that's here to get a copy of this book of accomplishments, all 31 pages of it, full of a wealth of information pertaining to things that this Bermuda Progressive Labor Party government has done for you, has done for your children, has done for your children's children. Heritage Wharf, I can work my way from Dockyard to St. George to list the things that have been done. Harbor View, the Lamb Fogo Clinic, the Sylvia Richards, and then you got daycare allowances. You got a whole wealth of things that this government has done. So save me going through this entire book, which would take longer than the 5 minutes that I've been allocated. Get your hands on this. Share this with those that are in your household. Share it with your friends to put to the side the naysayers who say, what has this government done for me? It's all in here. And then I said, well, I could maybe talk about all the training initiatives and the money spent on educating our young people. Some 232 individuals in total have been trained over this fiscal year by the NTB, totaling and of which 110 are engaged in some form of training, whether they're learning to be a chef or a diesel mechanic or IT specialist, in the amount of some $548,000. We have, and you all know, you don't need me to tell you again about the 17 individuals who were sent over to Atlanta for 4 weeks to get their level 5 training certificate in drywall mechanics, all of which are right now fully gainfully employed. You don't need me to tell you about all this because you already know. You know what this government has been doing. And then I thought, maybe I should talk about this. Some of you seen this in your, I don't need to talk about it, but there was something in her that was most interesting. It said, over the past 5 years, I scratched my head. 5 years, but this is an OBA flyer. They've not been in existence that long, have they? And it's been about 1 year. And then I said, oh, the secret report. This has been in the works for a while, and he knew about it. So all along, I've been wondering why this gentleman has been hiding. Why? I've asked people. I just don't see him anymore, other than his car being parked in places and these being dropped in people's mailboxes. Now I understand. You all understand. So I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff. Instead, I'm going to talk about you, us, the Bermuda Progressive Labor Party, and standing strong for us, standing strong with us, because we are standing strong and representing you in this election. This is a significant election. You know all the stuff that you're hearing out there, but we can't afford not to stand strong together, because standing strong together will make us the government of tomorrow beyond the 18th of December. So we can't flip-flop. We can't say, well, the party hasn't done anything for us. We can't say, well, you know, I'm still got my struggles. Well, we all have our struggles, but we need to stand strong in this time. We've stood strong way back when. We're standing strong now, and we have to stand strong in the future. So PLP all the way, PLP.